So whatever the that is connective tissue, you have to know different types of connective tissue, and almost all you have come across. So now what is the definition? After understanding the definition, you have to know about the that is the classification of the bone. So whatever the total classification of the bone is mainly by the under four classification. So whatever the four classifications you have to know, that is the classification according to the shape. Bone can be classified according to the shape. Then we have the according to the developmental classification, then regional classification and structural classification. So my dear students, you should know the four broad classification, that is the according to the, you have to remember about the according to the shape. One first major classification, second is developmental classification, third is regional classification, and fourth is a structural classification. First one, when we go to the first one, so you have to know the almost all the first one classification that you have to know. In this, you have to know the according to the shape. So we have the subheadings like under this, we are going to have the subheadings. Here in this diagram, can you see the diagram? In this, you can see the different, that is the bones which are under the classification, that is according to the shape. As we have the first one, we are going to have the first like totally you have the according to the long bone we have, then we have the flat bone, then we have the small bones, then we have the irregular bones, and totally you are going to have the, even the, in this you have the, that is a one which is question is you have to know sesamoid bone and nemetic bone. So, my dear students, you have to remember the first one, that is almost all the classification, which is you have to remember that is the totally according to the shape. So, according to the shape, you have to remember the almost all the first part long bone. So, long bone examples you have to remember. You have the humerus and femur, and you have the radius ulna, and we have the tibia and fibula. Second, which is a flat bone, you have the sternum, then you have the skull bones. Then small bones, we have the carpal bones and tarsal bones. So almost all the carpal and tarsal, they are the small bones. And we are going to have the irregular type of bone like a hip bone. Then we are going to have the vertebrae. And next comes about the sesamoid bone, which is you have to remember about the sesamoid bone. In this, you can remember the developed in the tendons, and largest sesamoid bone is the patella. So here, according to the shape, you have come across the long bone. The length is more, that is a such type of bone we call as a longer than wide. The shaft plus it has the ends, and short bone roughly cube shape. That is the one you have to remember. And flat bone, they are the thin and uh, flat bones, thin and flattened usually. That is curved. Uh, Jima, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sir, your voice is breaking little bit.
Some internet problem is there, but now can you hear? Can you, please, net problem and all, in that also you are joined, just listen. This is the revision topic. So my intention is to tell you cover the few important points relating the bone. So here, first of all, we have come across the long bone, short bone, flat bone, irregular bone. Then one point you have to remember about the sesamoid bone. Sesame means seed-like, and sesamoid, it means the bone which develops in the tendons, and largest sesamoid bone is the patella. So that is the one which is you have to remember in this. And next you have to remember about the nemetic bone. So in this nemetic bone, you have to remember uh, about that is the certain irregular bones which contains large air spaces lined by the epithelium. So bones are which are air-filled spaces, and those we are going to call as a nemetic bone. Nem means air. So you have to know about the nem is air and air-filled spaces. Certain irregular bones contains, we are having the irregular bones, and they contains the some air-filled spaces and called as a nemetic bone. So here it is very important to understand the total classification according to the shape. That is, according to the shape we have dealt. In that, you have to remember the long bone, short bone, flat bone, irregular bone, sesamoid bone, and nemetic bone. Once again, I will highlight that is the sesamoid bone. Sesame, this is a word which is derived from Latin, that is the sesamoid, and that is you have to remember about that is the bones which are develops in the tendons of the muscle. So those we call as a sesamoid bone, and largest sesamoid bone is patella. This patella develops in the quadriceps femoris muscle. Quadriceps means you have the rectus femoris, vastus medialis, vastus intermedius, vastus lateralis. All four muscles which are taking insertion in the patella, and that is we call as develops in the quadriceps femoris muscle. Next one I have told already, that is the nemetic bone. So certain irregular bone contain air-filled spaces. What is the importance of this you have to remember is that is the nemetic bones are those which are having the air-filled spaces and lined by epithelium. And that is we are going to call as an nemetic bone. Ne means air, I have told. Those example like we have the maxilla, sphenoid, frontal bone, ethmoidal bone. Those almost all present near and around the face region, near and around the nose, that is present. And such bones we call as an nemetic bone. Then we are going to deal second part, that is a classification according to the development. As you know, the bone develops in the membranous and cartilaginous. So if the bone which is before birth, all this ossify in membrane, skull bones and all, and that type of bones we call as membranous. So you have to remember about the almost all the uh, points which are I have told in this membranous type of bone which ossify in membrane. Those are examples are the skull bones. Then next comes about you have the cartilaginous type of bone, ossify in cartilages. Almost all the bones which are ossifies in cartilage, that you have to remember. Then next comes about the membranocartilaginous type. So membranocartilaginous type of bone, which is we have the clavicle and mandible. And these are the bones which are ossifies in both membranous and cartilaginous. So this is very important. Third classification, regional classification. As you have come across the regional classification, you should remember the axial type of bone and appendicular type of bone. So you have to remember about the first one, axial type. You have to remember axial means axis. According to the axis lying bones in the midline or center of the bone, those type of bones we call as an axial type of bone, or we can call as an axial skeleton. Like for examples, you can make the skull bones, thoracic cage, which consisting the sternum, ribs, and vertebral column. That is all will be lying at the midline of the body on the axis of the central axis. That is we call as an axial type of bone. Appendicular type of bone, that is bones which are hangs or away from the midline line, hanged with the upper trunk and lower trunk, upper trunk, and we are going to call as hanged by the thoracic or the trunk. That is like upper limb and lower limb bones. We are going to call as they are the appendicular type of bone. So this is very important. You should know about the third region, the classification, that is a broad classification, regional classification. So with this, we have covered the first according to the shape, according to the development, and regional. Next comes about the here to show the axial skeleton. This diagram, you can see the center skull bone. We have the sternum and the thoracic cage, and posteriorly we have the vertebral column. So these all bones we are going to call as a axial skeleton, even ossicles of the middle ear. Then appendicular, we have the here appendicular. They are hanged with the trunk and like upper limb, lower limb. We are going to get the bones. Those are we are going to call as an they are the that is the appendicular skeleton. So even the appendicular, you can write the regional classification in that axial and appendicular, but also you can tell that is the skeleton also, it is a bony framework of the body, that is skeleton, but skeleton also you can divide axial and appendicular. That is very important, you should know. So this is the difference. You can see this red, which is the axial skeleton bone and appendicular skeleton bone. So almost all you have to come across now what is the axial and appendicular skeleton. Now we are going to deal about the one more last classification, that is the structural classification. So whatever the structural classification you have to remember, in this structurally we classify macroscopically and microscopically. Macroscopically, when we cut the bone and see the parts, those all includes in the that is we call as an included in the that is the macroscopic bone. That is a macroscopically bone, like a compact bone and cancellous bone. I will show the diagram afterwards. You can see microscopically, macro with the naked eye we can see. Microscopically, we can see under the microscope bone section, and those like parts we call lamellar, fibrous bone, dentin, and cement. So compact bone, that is the cancellous bone. They are the parts of the young bone we have studied macroscopically. That is the classification. So this is very important to know about the totally 4 classification we have come across. That is the according to the shape, what are the bone developmental classification. Then we have come across the regional classification and structural classification. So next we are going to deal about the most important, that is the functions of the bone. So my dear students, you have to know the bones, 206 bones, total bones in our body, and that is making the total skeleton we call human skeleton. All they are joined, making the joints and together, and they are helps for the different functions of these bones we have to study. First one, functions of bone will be you have to know about the first one, that is that supports that is the support and provides hard framework. You have to know the almost all this supporting framework, so that you can know the total things, that is the almost all this is one of the bones which helps to support, and it makes the hard framework of the body. Second one, bone gives shape and support to the body. So this support is in the form of the shape and support to the body, and that is all is the second function of the bone. Then second one comes about the third, that is the bone form the rigid framework of the body. So that is a skeleton we call, almost all rigid framework is formed, and that we call as an bone is forming the rigid framework, which is make the total human body shape is maintained. So it helps for the bones, helps for the movements, because these bones gives attachment to the muscles. Those are the skeletal muscles, and bones as levers they act. Bone provides surface area for the attachment of the muscles, tendon, and ligament. Very important. Almost all these skeletal muscles are attached to the bone, and those bones attached muscles we call as the skeletal muscles. Second one, most important function is protection for underlying organs, protection of vital organs. Very vital organs. Vital means, you know, without that we cannot survive. So that vital organs like a brain and a heart, those and they are under the covering of the thoracic cage. Heart is there, and skull protecting the brain. So this is all about the total you get in the protection of the vital organs are protected. Then it stores the about 97% of calcium and phosphorus. It also stores the important minerals and all, so that it is 97% of the calcium is stored in the bone. And also it is a blood cells formation. RBCs are formed in the bone marrow. That is, we have the red and yellow bone marrow. So that bone marrow you have to get in the totally in the that is in the storage. So you have to know about the almost all the lecture which is I have included in this. So you have to make functions I have told. So can you see the slide, last slide? Are you seeing? And
No, no, sir.
no?
No, sir.
But when I have told the functions, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just I will revise, even though slide is not there, you can see the total, that is I have started the that is the functions of the bone. So that is first you have to remember the bone supports the, provides hard framework and supporting. Then you have to remember about the bone gives the support to the shape and support to the body. Bone forms the rigid framework of the body, and movements of the body is by the joints and bones forming joint, and helps to skeletal muscle attached to the bone and helps for the movement of the body, and also provides surface area for the attachment of muscles and tendons and ligament. And protection, and I have told it protect all the vital organs, that you have to remember. And minerals, so you have to remember about the minerals, and these minerals like 97% calcium is totally that is the uh, stored in the bones. And one more most important function of the bone is you have the, that is the bone marrow helps for the, it is a bone marrow helps to produce the RBC, and bone marrow, it is present inside the bone. So this is all about the major that is a bone topic. We have dealt the definition. Then I have told the classification of bone. It is classified under 4 categories according to the shape classification, and according to the region, then according to the development, and according to the structural. So these are the 4 broad classification you come across. Then next comes about the, that is the gross structure of the long bone. When you remember the gross structure of the long bone, It is made up of the compact bone and spongy bone. When you see the bone, that is it is sponge-like, structurally appeared, and that network type, which is we call as a spongy bone. And compact is a hard and cancellous. That is the outer one we are going to have in the bone, and that is a compact bone. So here you can see the compact bone outermost, we are going to get, and spongy bone inside, that is you are going to get. Here spongy bone at the upper end, towards the upper end, and compact bone majoritarily, which is making the shaft. That is you have to remember. So next comes about the, in this Haversian system, central canal, almost all you are going to get in the total. So almost all the cells like that is osteocytes we are going to have, and covering of the bone is called as a periosteum. So this is all microscopic structure and all you have to remember. So next comes about the these slides I am showing. I hope that is the you have understood the almost all the points which are I have explained. So next comes about the I am going to take that is the next lecture, remaining part of the bone. So, my dear students, we have covered the almost all the now today's major question will be asked like define bone and classify the bone and functions of the bone. And we have studied this 5 marks question, and that is will be asked in the exam. Almost all the classification with the examples you have to remember. Then I have told the, according to the shape, long bones, short bone, flat bone, irregular bone, sesamoid bone, nemetic bone. Those you have to write with the example. And you have to write the sesamoid bone detail and nemetic bone detail. And you have to remember nemetic bones near and around the nose, they are situated. We have the maxilla, sphenoidal bone, frontal bone, ethmoidal bone, that you have to remember. So this is all about the today's my lecture, and whatever the remaining things, which is a gross structure, blood supply, and ossification, I am going to deal in the next lecture. So this is a main important question will be asked: define bone and classify the bone and explain about the in detail about the functions of the bone. So this is a very important question, which is you have to know in the first primary in the general anatomy. So anyone wants to ask the question, please yourself unmute or raise the hand. It is one option is there. You can raise the hand. I can make you unmute and you can ask the question. So my dear students, can you have any question? 3 minutes are remaining to complete my meeting. So any question you want to ask. Unmute yourself and ask the question. Can you see the slides now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you seeing all the slides? No? These all? Jima?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the slides now?
Only bones about definitions, sir.
Yeah, that is only. But after till
Yes.
that, you have seen structural diagrams of this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is compact and cancellous. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is all there. So anyone wants to ask the question, please. This you have to ask question, and I'm going to take the lecture on mostly Saturday. So be careful. That is early morning. You have to see the message, and we may try to plan one day early. We may inform, but it is even early morning. We have the time we can have. No MHS exams has been started, so that we are doing duties of COVID plus university exam plus your lectures we are going to take. So according to that, adjust, and we are going to understand. So I hope that is you are completing the journal and illustrative. So everyone complete the journal sections as you have, and even illustrative you have to complete in the anatomy. So almost all the following the headings, index of the journal you have to see. According to that, you have to write the journal. And according to that, the textbook you have to refer or you can draw. That is also is drawing good diagrams and complete the journal work. And this is all about the lecture. And almost all the next remaining part which is I am going to take is the that is the uh, bone surfaces and all we are going to cover. But before that, most important, we have to deal about the that is a structure of the bone and blood supply, and we have the that is the ossification of the bone. So this is in the next lecture I am going to cover. So today you have to complete and make it perfect. That is the definition of bone, classification, and you have to classification and functions. This is the very easiest part which you can make it. And side by side, you have to study the bones which are which has been we have covered. That is the hip bone and all. So this is all about the lecture which is today's planned relating the bone. Everyone having the notes, question bank you had, and even you can see the YouTube, my YouTube lectures. Everyone, you have to subscribe. You have just listen, because these all we are going to cover you separately. So subscribe the my YouTube and like the lecture, just you understood or not. So we are going to teach you, so that here we are completing. So who is not subscribed, please subscribe and see the all 11 lectures I have posted you. That is important. Listen and hear continuously, and that you will we are going to teach you in the college. So when college starts.